Hi, B. Just you and I so far. I am live streaming. Give you a heads up. You muted. Did you know they're muted? I didn't know if you're talking. Hi, B. We're having oh, gotcha. So just I'm gonna chat to myself, so while you're sitting there listening. We're having finished up with our rain and a little bit of wind gusts from this tropical storm Debbie that we're having. Let me check my weather. So far it hasn't affected anything as the internet or anything, but I was running late because I was talking to my daughter. Let's see. Oh, we're still gonna be getting lots more rain. See, my radar says that's what we got coming. That's where I'm located. That blue dot. Oh, Muriel's on. Hi, Muriel. Hold on a second. Almost fell off the bed. Hold on. All right, sorry. I don't know if that light's good behind me or not. Or if this one's better. How better? Better lighting? Hi, Mariel. I have this. You're on mute, honey. You can unmute yourself. You see it at the bottom? It should be at the bottom left on audio.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. How are you?
Good.
Just so we are live streamed on YouTube, just so you know.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
I can't keep falling over because it's in the middle of the floor. I always knock it over. My cane always falls over because the little feet on it are wearing out.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, that's what you heard in the background is my cane falling over. Before, when the feet were new on it, it wasn't as easy to knock down if you bumped into it.
I have one too. My dogs knock it over all the time.
Damn it. Sorry, one of my eye drops dropped.
How you been?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm going upstairs where it's quieter.
Is it quieting down for bedtime for people? Because it's like 9 o'clock my time. Or actually 9:25. 9:25 my time.
Yeah, it's 9:25 here too.
Okay. Didn't know if you're on the same time as I am. Oh,
I'm getting a new Dan Mar helmet soon.
you are?
Uh-huh. Did you ever find out who kicked me from the group?
No, I didn't find out who, but I switched it to what they normally do is switch it to post approval, so you're fine. It's you'll only be on that for a little while.
Yeah. Um, I'm
Normally,
not sure.
normally it catches you. It could be my settings. Let me.
Um, yeah, I posted and my post had the word shit in it
My
because my
settings.
dad said he didn't give a shit.
Oh, so you were just repeating what your dad said. Let me see what my settings say. Because I have certain words that I have put in my settings here. Um,
Is shit one of them?
oh yeah, all the bad words are, but usually it's just decline your incoming post. I have to
Huh?
just hold on a second. Oh no, it's not. It says decline incoming post and suspend member. So it's like notify author, get back. Okay. I'm gonna say something different. I'm gonna put it different. You have used one of our keywords that will stop the post.
Did you see what I posted?
No, it I wasn't able to find it or see it all. So I got rid of that. So the action it had. So that's what happened. It was it was a setting. So I got rid of that setting. So you were my first. I'm glad you reached out to me because not everybody would reach out and let me know that I had it set. So thank you. So I took that setting off and it will decline a post if it has my certain keywords. A lot of them are on there because just for respect for others and because we have a lot of spammers. And so every time we get a spam, we're putting that in there, you know, Nelson Heals or so and so from Instagram. I don't like those. So we put it in our keywords. And I had optional settings, which I thought I had it where I was notify author and give feedback, but it said um decline as suspend member. So I changed it. So it won't be like that anymore. So I'm glad you got a hold of me. All the stuff I'm still learning. There's so much for me to learn with Zoom and with Facebook and with just all these little technical tricks and stuff that I'm trying to learn.
Yeah, my dad said his opinion was that my disability was all in my head.
Wow. Well, you could say to him, it is, Dad. It's my brain. My disability stems from my brain. My brain lies in my head. So there you go. That makes sense?
Yeah, I know, but he
I
mean
know.
he means that he thinks
I know
I'm
what
a
you
faker.
I know what you're saying here, but because we all go through this with other people, family members, friends, whatever, and we all have probably had I hope not everybody, but most of us have had our fill of people in our lives that think that this is a made up faked disability. And they like to claim that it's all in our head. But at the same time, if you turn around and just say, you're right, it is. It's all in my head. It's wrong with something wrong with my brain. and my brain does lie in my head. So in a way, you are right. And it's better to do it that way than just to argue with them and try to make them see otherwise, because sometimes some people just don't want to learn. They don't want to be educated on it. They don't they don't understand compassion. They don't understand how this works, because a lot of people want proof. They want to see it. And I mean, FND isn't the only invisible like disability out there. There are so many other things. People with Alzheimer's, you can't see something wrong with somebody with Alzheimer's, right? All of a
Yeah.
sudden, poof, they start forgetting where they're at. They get confused and it's all in their head, right? Because it's a brain thing.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, instead of just arguing back with your dad or just save yourself the stress, to save you from stress, in your own mind, you can think, whatever. If he wants to own this and win this, I'll just tell him, yep, you're right. It is in my head because it's my brain that's affected and it lies in my head. And then just leave it at that. And it won't stress you out anymore because you know exactly what's going on. You know,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Do you get to see your dad often?
He thinks I'm more capable. He thinks I hadn't have not he thinks I haven't tried to get a job. And the only reason why I'm not getting a job is because going out in public is dangerous for me.
And you're in a
Because if
home
I
where
ever,
but you're at a home where you have caregivers that control your every move, don't they? Would
yeah,
they
but
look,
once you go and get a job, you're there not with the caregiver.
so you go get a job and then what? Where would you be living? What would happen to you?
Well, for one, people would end up calling ambulances on me.
Right.
And
We
I
know this.
still, if I got a job, I'd still be living with my caregiver. It's just she doesn't come with the job. She doesn't come to the job with me.
Right, right, right. Yeah, and then who wants to have your ambulance called all the time for something that they really can't do and they just cause more problems than not, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I I look completely normal right now and I'm talking completely normal and I haven't had any problems all day other than some pain, but I still can't work. If your dad wants to watch our videos, but sometimes it's not even worth the battle. Sometimes it's not even worth the battle, Mariel.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just don't ever really get it. See, B says, love it. It's just sometimes don't even put yourself through that battle and just know in your own head, in your own mind, in your own heart that you're who you are and it's okay to be who you are and you don't have to all take on everybody else's comments or actions or behaviors or whatever. You don't have to take that on and carry that with you. Let
For
them
him,
own it.
he doesn't. For him, he doesn't notice my gait abnormality. He doesn't
But
notice my gait abnormality.
do you have to wear this all the time?
Yes, because some of my seizures are sudden and also I lose balance.
And your dad doesn't realize this? I mean, how often does he get to see this? How often
How
does he see
often?
you? Yeah.
We don't we don't we don't visit a whole lot.
Oh,
And he
then,
didn't notice this a few years ago whenever I was living with my mom and dad
yeah.
because it wasn't as bad as then. It wasn't as bad then.
And it's gotten worse.
For anybody who don't know me, I do have a YouTube channel if you want to follow me. It's called the Brave Muriel. So if you wanted to subscribe, then go ahead.
Mhm.
I have some new videos out.
When
One
I'm
of the
done,
videos.
when we're done with the Zoom and I go back into this video on YouTube, I will link your channel to mine in the description. Okay.
Mhm. I'm getting a new Danmar helmet. You know what a Danmar helmet is, right?
No,
You can easily look it up.
spell it.
D
Because I
A N M
I can
A
hardly hear what
R
you're saying. I'm just sorry. I have a lot of background noise.
D
And M-A-R
A
D-A-N.
D A N M A R.
Right, that's what I thought. Oh, I see it. Yeah, I've seen those before.
I'm getting a
Have you
Kazatan.
have you
I'm
hit your head
getting.
before
Yes, I
when you
have.
fall?
Yes, I
Yeah.
have.
Mm,
And
gotcha.
I'm even more prone to hitting it during seizures because they're violent.
Aw, not good.
I'm
You gonna
getting I'm getting a Kazatan
a what?
hard shell. I'm getting a Kazatan hard shell Danmar helmet.
Whoa, you already have the exact name picked out, huh?
The color is Kazatan and it's
Gotcha.
hard shell helmet.
I see it. I see the, well, I don't see the color, but I see like I'm on helmets just in general. So I see, I know what they are because I've had students with them. You're still having your beautiful hair though, right? You're not going to cut that all off to get it out of the way, right?
No.
Okay, good, good, good. It'll
No, I
be,
wear all
Bree's
I
laughing.
wear all my helmets with my hair.
You get to do you do your own hair and stuff, right? Like brush your own.
I rarely put it up. I just usually just have it down because it then if I put it up it gets even more tangly.
Get a point there because mine's a wreck right now. But I have it
Sorry,
on
that
my
was a
neck
tick.
because if I have it on my neck, then I get too hot, and then I get too hot, then it trigger stuff, and I don't like being hot. And I'm already hot in this house. Oh,
That's why I got it has Danmar helmets have little ventilation holes in them.
that's good. Do you have to wear it to bed too?
Huh?
Do you have to wear it to bed too?
No, not to bed.
Okay. Oh, my dogs are just running all over, acting weird. It must be because we're in the middle of this, finishing up the last bits of that. I think it turned into a hurricane. Hurricane Debbie.
Oh, y'all
Let me
are in
see.
Florida, aren't you?
Yeah, I think it turned into a hurricane. Yeah, no, tropical storm right now. Currently a tropical storm. Did it ever turn into a hurricane?
Hmm?
Well, it's like we're getting the tail end of it now, but my dogs are just so sick of being cooped up in the house for the most part. And they're just, you hear them, and they normally aren't this active at night, but they're just bored on their mind. I took them out earlier.
One thing about me is I like bad weather.
Do you? Oh, I hate it. Only for the sheer fact that the pressure, when the pressure drops, my back is just utter painful. It's hard to move. It hurts from my base of my skull, from this area all the way down to my tailbone. I mean, if it didn't hurt my back, it's kind of enjoyable to watch, but it hurts my back.
I like the smell of rain.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you cook, Muriel?
Not unless it's something microwavable.
Yeah. Which favorite things to eat?
Macaroni and pizza
Oh.
and orange chicken.
Ooh, that's good. I love that stuff. That's good for sure. Today I made omelets. I usually can only cook in the morning unless, I can fix and prepare my meal for the evening if I'm using like a slow cooker or my Instapot and I just get all my food ready in the morning because usually by the end of the day but today I've kind of it's rained all day long, so I kind of just laid around in bed most of the day and watched movies and stuff. So I did make an omelet for breakfast for everybody.
I had tacos for lunch,
Yeah, that's yummy.
and I forgot what I had for breakfast. Oh, wait, yeah, I had cereal.
No, that's easy. If you don't know how to make cereal, hmm.
I made my own cereal.
Yeah, that was just a joke. That's an easy one to make, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get my drink. Well, here's my boys. Oh, look, there's my boy. And here's my water.
Hmm.
He hears ice cubes. He wants an ice cube.
I'm gonna go catch a guinea pig.
Oh, is this your time to shine? Are you trying to get on television here? You just want a piece of ice? Back off! Get off the computer! You're gonna mess up the whole thing. Get off the computer, though, Quella. Move.
Guess how many subscribers I'm at?
I don't know. 300?
Nope, I'm at 194.
Oh, wow.
And
You had how many when I first
100,
met you?
I have 194.
And what did you say you had when you first met me?
I can't remember how many I had
Me
when
neither.
we first met.
When did you start doing it?
When did I start doing
Putting
YouTube?
them, yeah, putting them on YouTube.
Um in 2018. Then I lost access to that channel and I started the Brave Muriel channel on
My goodness.
on June. I mean
Yeah,
on in 2020 in 2022.
my goodness. These dogs are thirsty. They
Huh?
only like my dogs only like cold water. Oh, how cute. What's its name?
Its name is Cadbury.
Cadbury? I like that. It's
Yeah.
cute.
And he's purring.
Oh, does he bite?
Does he bite? No, he's
Yeah,
not a biter.
that's good. He's cute. Pedals, get down. Get down. Ah, they love cold water, but it always makes them stop. It's okay. Now I'm gonna have to replenish my water because they drink all my water.
He likes to climb up shirts too.
You remember that, you ever see that movie? Oh gosh. Hold on. Dr. Dolittle. That
He's
reminds me of that.
climbing up my shirt.
Whoa, Piddles. It's back, little fella. No, get back. I guess I'm gonna have to. Here's mine. You want to see my? This is my little deaf dog. Say hi to the
I
world.
seen her. I seen her last time. Him or her last time.
It's a boy. There's my little man. Oh, he's jumpy.
That's my mom.
Can
Hi.
we talk? Hi,
How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. Today's
That's
a good
good.
day. Today's a good day. And then here's Parker.
Hang on, my mom wants to say something. I'm gonna mute this.
Okay, sure. Your lip is caught. What do you want? I'm kind of sleepy. Oh, you sleepy? Wanna go night night? You tired? Oh, stop.
Hey, Pro.
Yeah. Hey, hon. How are you?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to do it through my phone.
Oh,
Okay.
it'll
Yeah,
speak off.
I had guests, so that's why.
Oh, get back. I don't want, I have a tens unit on right now, and I can't get one of the things to work. Does I can't feel them.
Hmm. Oh, you're using that, the tens machine.
Yeah, I love this thing.
Oh,
But I can't
cool.
get it. Error. Keep saying error. It's probably because it's probably because these things are not stuck to my back correctly.
Oh, yeah.
That was it. I just got it was stuck under my pajama top. So I grabbed it and it went to my finger. Oh, God.
My caregiver is gonna come get me tonight.
Yeah. Oh, you were at your mom's right now?
And she's not she's not letting me have my new phone right now. She's having my mom keep my phone.
Your caregiver?
Are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening. I couldn't hear exactly what she said.
I said my caregiver is coming to pick me up tonight.
Okay. But you can't have your phone with you?
Nope. My mom just gave me a new phone, but I can't have it right now
Oh.
because my caregiver wants to treat me like a child.
What does your mom say about that?
She's just doing what my caregiver says.
I kind of have to because you're with her. We have to come to an agreement. I know that's not what you want to hear, but we can work up to it, okay?
Mm-hmm. Like a child.
I'm done. Okay.
This is why I wish I lived on my own. Because I have
Okay.
very much freedom.
Um,
Honey, I'm over 50 years old and I still can't live on my own.
freedom you would have here either.
You don't live on your own either?
Yeah, but she said something about that you were saying that you were going to move to Florida with somebody or something.
I already live in Florida, but my dad and I are attempting to try to create a different
Group
type
home.
of a different type of group home.
for
than
people with
what-
FND.
Oh,
where there's more like it's apartment kind of I don't know if you're familiar with those dorm style apartments where there's a common area, but everybody has their own bedroom and bathroom. But I wanted
Yeah.
it that everybody has their own apartment where they have a full kitchen, full bath, full living room, but in a tiny home fashion. So I've
Yeah.
already reached out to our local senator and several different Congress people. And I've reached out to just different construction workers. And my dad and I are like laying out plans and ideas of it. But having four apartments that kind of
Connected together.
connect to a common area, like
Yeah.
so that we don't have to have a caregiver 24/7. But we have each other in case like you run over the neighbors, hey, can you help me out or whatever, or something like that. But a Monday through Friday caregiver where we have bigger tasks that are needing help with or something.
Having it your little
It's not-
independence.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I'm in a situation where I just kind of feel trapped.
trust me, I felt like that for 5 years now, sweetie.
Same here.
5 years. 5 years. The minute that I did this and I could no longer work and took away my ability to drive, and then they took my daughter from me, and talk about being trapped. Yeah. One thing after another.
that wouldn't be right. I wouldn't feel right about that.
What?
My mom says she wouldn't feel right about letting me go to Florida.
Oh.
'Cause, I mean,
Well, see, in the time I kind of like
like
I
a-
was saying earlier today,
or
the
anything.
style of the living thing that I have planned or we're talking about doing, I didn't think would be the best fit for you because it isn't going to be a 24/7 caregiver. It's only Monday through Friday to just do the basics. So you have to, for your disability has to be able to be enough where you need the assistance, but you also need your independence, and the assistance doesn't need to be 24/7, just enough to, if we need someone to cook us a meal and we can all get together in the common area, or if we need grocery shopping together, the caregiver can do the grocery shopping with us and take us like a bus, but we have our own apartment style tiny home that we can escape to, have our own pets. I can have my child with me, or a older couple can live at one, but a more
Residential.
yeah,
It's a
not like it's not even
independent residential, independence residential home.
yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, but here we call it assisted living. It's not even like assisted living, because assisted living, it's not even an apartment style thing. It's usually just a bedroom and a bathroom.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
this is more like totally an apartment connected to a common room. That's the idea.
Mm.
And that it's also affordable. So that's
Which is
why
brilliant. Which is a brilliant idea.
huh?
Which is a brilliant idea. What
Yeah.
you and your dad want to do, and it's a really good idea.
Now, if only we can get this going, and the
If
sooner
I
I
were
can
to
get it
live
going,
on my own and get a caregiver,
What?
they wouldn't even do it because of stigma related to FND.
What was that, honey?
I said if I wanted to live on my own and I got my own caregiver, insurance wouldn't pay for it because there's a lot of stigma surrounding FND.
Well, insurance would pay for it for me.
Really? Because I tried before and insurance is like, nope.
It's good to try again. It's good to try
But
again.
how are you getting a caregiver right now? Under what terms?
under the state, but it's not like it's not like a caregiver that's meant to help you medically. Like,
So it's a group home.
huh?
So it's a group home.
Like a mental health group home?
Yeah.
No, not really a mental health. It's family motto. It's like DCS, but for adults.
Oh, like if you went to a foster home as a kid, but yet it's not, but it's for adults. Kind of like that?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I could, if my parents had to leave for an extended time frame, I can contact my insurance and they would give me a respite care. So a caregiver could come in if I felt it was necessary, but usually my parent, when they leave, I'm okay by myself. For a few days, they leave what they need to leave in the fridge, partially, already cooked meals or partially prepared stuff that I can make, and I will do it as needed. That I'm okay to be on my own by myself. I just cannot drive somewhere. So that's why I say that I'm capable of living on my own. I just want eventually, there's times I've had this 5 years, so I know enough that if I need to cook, I know I need to cook for my daughter. I get everything prepared in the morning so that it's quick and easy when it's time to eat for dinner. Because usually at the end of the day is my worst time because I'm either tired or I'm too hot or the pain starts hurting from overexerting myself. And so all the years that I've had my daughter, when we were able to be alone, oh, she left. Anyways, when I
Took the phone. Okay. Yeah.
when I was able to be alone, it was not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Like there was only
Yeah.
really one time ever that it was a problem, but we managed. I mean, I got my daughter to contact family members to guide her through what to do in between seizures, but that was like one day that I happened to have like 20 some seizures in a row.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and my dad was working 2.5 hours away. So, I mean, it's not like he was gone, but it was
Yeah.
too far away to
To reach you.
get to me right away. So yeah, so she had contacted the neighbors to come over to help. And then the
Yeah.
neighbors did the rest from there and contacted 911 and whatnot. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Same
that's
thing.
what I'm
That's
saying.
the
Like,
same thing that happened to me. I was alone on Monday. Was it Monday or Tuesday? Early hours in the morning. Slept early on Monday. Woke up
yeah, I'm
Sorry.
listening.
in the morning, like around about 1,
Sorry,
and
I
end
got
up,
disconnected.
It's okay. Hold on a second.
yeah.
What be?
Yeah, so started early in the hours, woke up from a nightmare and end up having a seizure and ended up being paralyzed and choking at the same time. Luckily,
Okay.
one hand was moving, at least I was waiting for one hand just to unfreeze so I could contact somebody
Right.
to come quickly,
Right.
which my sister, my son came quickly, broke down the door and reached to help me, literally put me in a recovery position.
Oh, good.
And yeah,
Wasn't that
and
recently?
yeah, that was just on Monday.
That's
Just
what I
come.
thought
That's
it was
why I'm so
recently.
exhausted this week. I'm not on
I'm sure.
a lot of the Zooms.
That's
Too
okay.
exhausted.
I'm
Yeah.
here. My daughter's gone and she starts school on the 12th, but I got all this week. I start physical therapy on Tuesday. What time is our Zoom?
Um,
At noon. I won't be here. I won't be here because I'm going to be in town for physical therapy and an ultrasound for my thyroid. So I won't be on the Zoom then on Tuesday.
oh, that's all right. I'll be here. Don't
Okay,
worry. I'll be here.
good. Oh, and just to let everybody know, since we are also live streaming on YouTube or on YouTube right now,
Yeah.
B, our wonderful glorious B here, has opened up a merch store for us. And I will post the link to our merch in the YouTube description. For FND Waves, she is also our contributor to our logo that you see on the on not our website. We don't have a website yet, but on our Facebook page and on my YouTube page, our YouTube
Mm-hmm.
channel.
Yeah.
B did all that beautiful work, and B sent that beautiful work to get merch made. So yes, I will make sure when I get onto YouTube, I will post a link to that.
Yeah.
For
Guess
others. What?
So, I made an FND awareness song using
Did you?
AI.
Okay.
All that AI stuff that cracks me up.
Posted to my YouTube channel.
It's on your YouTube channel?
Huh?
It's on your YouTube channel?
I'm talking to somebody, Dad.
Maybe that's when I find that song, I'll link that particular video to this one since that's what you're talking about. How's that?
That'd be great.
What'd you say?
Since you're talking about that song and you posted it on YouTube, I'll find that song and I'll link that song of your channel onto my channel so others can see it as well and help you out. Get you some viewers.
Let me go find it. I'll tell you what it's called.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure I don't know if I can do it while I'm already live stream. I can't do it while I'm live streaming, I don't think. How are you even awake right now, B? Man, I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. I've been like sleeping during the daytime.
It's called Warriors of FND.
I see it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Can we listen to it a little bit?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. How about if I play it?
Yeah. Is it on?
It's really hard to hear.
Is it?
Oh, okay. I can't hear it because I can't hear things.
Okay. If it's too loud to hear, I'll just attach it. I like it so far. Good job. And where did you find this AI program that you can make music?
Google Play Store. It's called Donna.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I'd have to I don't do Google Play Store, but
You could probably find it on
Apple.
and it lets you make 2 free songs.
Really?
Yeah, and after that you have to get a subscription plan.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can. I click like.
Could you comment?
Do comments help you? I thought it was like, subscribe, and
Yeah, that's all that matters
Like,
on YouTube.
subscribe, and comment.
huh?
I said like, subscribe, and comment is what it is.
No, honey, it isn't.
No.
Do you have YouTube Studio?
YouTube Studio?
Yeah, that tells you how your channel is doing. YouTube Studio tells how your channel is doing, and if you're trying to become monetized, the only thing that matters is public watched hours and subscribers. That's the only thing that matters.
I know, but I like having people comment on my channel and showing support.
I gotcha. Now I gotta go back and find where I was. Hold on, because I wanted to copy it and see if I can put it into my live. I don't know if I can do it while I'm live, but I'm gonna try. So hang on. Share. Copy. See, I'm trying to do something new while I'm on here. It's always fun.
We're always learning, aren't we?
Oh, we sure are. Play in next queue. We'll save to watch later. Playing with them. See, I'm trying to do something new while I'm on here. That's me. Echoing. I don't think I can't do it until it's done. I can't add it till it's done. Because once it's live stream, it starts and you can't edit anything until after it's all over.
Mm.
She just poof disappeared again. So you've been sleeping during the day?
Yeah, yeah. So exhausted today.
I watched a ton of movies today and now I'm tired.
Yeah, and I had to be back on the antidepressants tablets. It's making me tired.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's
Going
just
off.
been a bit too much for me. The last 3 weeks has been too much for me.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
We go through
Yeah,
our phases. Too many things happen in our lives, and sometimes we need those little crutches to lean on.
Mm-hmm. Thinking I could do it myself, but obviously it's changing my mood. So yeah.
You need a mini vacay.
Well, can't travel far, can I?
Right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if there was an island in between us that was tropical that we both could meet up at?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sign me up for that, huh?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Let's
We could
hope
call
we
it
could do
we'll call it the Waves Island.
that. My friend's actually over there now. She's actually in Florida right now.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
What part? Like Orlando or something? That's usually a big attraction area. Or Miami?
Orlando, yeah, but she's there for health reasons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but with her family.
Wow. I've never had a passport.
No?
No, I
Oh
have
God.
to. Before 9/11, we
Yeah.
were allowed to cross borders without passports as long as you had a government ID.
Mm,
So I've been to Mexico and I've been to Canada,
yeah.
and I've also been on closed loop cruises, and you
Mm,
didn't need a passport for closed loop cruises, meaning you start at one port and you go around to the islands or whatever and come back to the same
yeah.
port you started.
Oh,
So I've
sounds
been
lovely.
to the Bahamas,
Yeah.
Jamaica, Cayman Islands, St. Martin, and St. Thomas as well, without having a passport.
Oh wow.
Well, I actually went to those after 9/11.
Okay. So that was before FND.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I know. It's like before FND, we done quite a lot of stuff, a lot of traveling, a lot of things.
Yeah, thank
This
God we were old. Thank God I
we
was old whenever I got this, right?
Yeah, it's like now since having this, it's like you can't do anything.
The only thing I have done since I've gotten FND is I've gone to Indiana twice now.
Yeah.
And one, well, no, wait, let's see. One time I flew to Indiana, one time I drove to Indiana, which I hated to drive. That is just excruciating. And that was a really rough time because it was early on with my FND and I had problems. I noticed that I had a lot of problems with transitioning from one place to another.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime I went from my dad's to my mom's to my mom's to my daughters or my daughters to here or there, I would
Yeah.
have a couple days of massive flare-ups because the transition was just too much for me, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I knew driving, my daughter drove and
Yeah.
it was me and both my daughters and our dogs, of course.
Well, I would
And
need
went up
to
there.
stop up if I was going to travel anywhere here in England.
Yeah.
I need to stop off like to go toilet. So,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
oh there you go. Yeah.
yeah,
I did, and then the other time I flew up with not a problem, but flew back. I would have been fine because I literally didn't even need my walker. We got into the airport, checked in, and everything was great. And
yeah.
I had marked myself as disabled, possibly needing help.
Mm,
But since I was already fine when I checked in and I was with my daughters, like
yeah,
there was not even a problem. But the lady at the right before you board, you know how they
yeah,
check in and they get people lined up and stuff.
yeah,
She's like, "Oh, you're all listed here to go on first since you're disabled. We can get you lined up with the rest of the other ones. And if you want, I'll just push you in your." It was my walker
yeah.
and the seated walker.
Oh,
I
yeah,
should have
yeah,
never, I should have never agreed to it because what she ended up doing was toppling me over. And here, I'm facing her, so you're not facing forward. Here I am falling backwards. She dropped me backwards,
wow.
literally inches from the ground, but she managed to catch me. I don't know
Yeah,
how she did. She was short, but she
yeah,
managed to catch me. But just the scare of it sent me
yeah,
so badly into seizure mode. And
yeah.
then
That's
fire.
what I'm kind of scared of. If I was going to travel, um, and I needed an assistant, and going using a wheelchair, that's going to scare me. And the bump, and you don't know which way
Wheelchair
you're
is
going.
fine. Just don't take a walker that's a seated walker because those things
Yeah,
are tipsy, like
yeah,
totally tipsy.
yeah. No. If I do travel, I have to ask for a wheelchair
Yeah,
to
I
go
should have
around
just,
the airport. So,
yeah,
because that's going to take some time for me to get there. It's going to be
right,
very slow.
right.
But my mum had that experience, and she said, "Oh, I was treated like great." She was saying she treated them because she has issues walking too far as well. So and she did that travel to my country
Mm-hmm.
both times. They gave her first first class kind of thing treatment, and she loved it.
That's
And she
nice.
was saying it's so much easy to do that. And I was going, "Oh, that's good for you, but I think it'd be good for me because yeah, I don't know what they'll do to you." um,
Right.
but
Well, I did one other one that I made a flight one-way trip.
mm,
My niece lived in Ohio at the time and was going
mm,
to drive back for Christmas break because she was going to college. So Christmas
mm,
break was going on. And so I said, I don't want you driving all that way by yourself. I know I can't drive, but I can keep you company. And
yeah,
I'm really the only one that wasn't working at the time. So I'm like, how about if I fly up? And
yeah,
the tickets was like $40. It was like dirt cheap.
oh yeah,
So
that's good.
I got my nephew picked me up, took me to the airport, got all the way to got
Ah,
in. It was an early morning flight. Hi. It was an early morning flight. And
Mm,
I walked in, went through the security, did everything all the way back to the ticket counter again, or right before you board the plane again.
mm,
Went back and told him, I said,
I
I'm here. I'm listed as a, um, assistance in case I have, problems.
yeah,
And my speech was starting just because my medicine hadn't kicked in yet, and my speech was starting, and she's like, well, let me get you a wheelchair. What's going on? What's going on?
Mm.
And I said, this is just part of my disability. It's not a big deal. Well, I'm gonna have to talk to the flight attendant. I don't think you should be able to go. Let me talk to the flight attendant. And of course she comes back and says,
No.
flight attendant says no, you can't go. And I'm like, no, I'm going. And I said, so I ended up, medicine was starting to kick in by the time she was gone. I go, will you please go back and get her and
Yeah.
tell her to speak to me? And so she did. I was telling the flight attendant, I said, listen, my disability is not a medical emergency. I do not need help from anybody on the plane. I know what to do with everything that transpires. Nothing is life-threatening. I might have a seizure, but seizures are not epileptic and they do not require any medical help. I know how to deal with this. My niece needs me. She's waiting in Ohio to go pick me up. Please let me fly. And so she agreed. She goes, just so you know, we're not going to be responsible. I go, I don't expect you to be.
Well, they
Just get
can't
me on
really
the
do much.
plane.
They can't do really much. Just like how the ambulance can't do much. They can't do much.
Right. Right. I was just like, oh, you better get me on that plane. I paid for this. So I got on.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow.
As long as as long as you explain, so note to self, whenever if you do attempt to fly by yourself, make sure
Mm.
it is clearly, even if you are unable to speak,
Yeah.
like this is like a way to do it. Make a note
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something that's available to hand to the person at the ticket counter saying, my condition is not a medical emergency. I am deemed
So
fit
I've got
to
like
do whatever I
it's like
need.
a wood way around my neck. The
Yeah,
can't call it the name of it now. I forgot it.
the lanyard.
Lanyard. Yeah, it's got a medical card. So basically, it says what the symptoms I have, and it's if in case anything happens, don't call the ambulance. So it says
I
that
have those too,
already.
but that doesn't stop people.
Yeah, I know. But if they read
I'm
it,
going to give a heads up before anybody, well, as somebody comes in, not to interrupt, but we are live streamed to YouTube, just so you know. So you don't have to turn on your video if you don't want to.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you were aware before you did that. But yeah, B, that's a smart thing to do, but they don't always pay attention to that.
mm,
I have a bracelet that says it
yeah,
April.
with that little medical, what's that? Like that medical symbol thing.
yeah,
It's
I've got that.
called
Yeah,
a medical caduce.
What?
The medical symbol is called the medical caduce.
You retain a lot of stuff.
we just call it medical
For some
bracelet.
reason I can't retain history and math.
Oh, hey, it's okay. I got history covered for you. You can retain those other things. But I'm older, so my brain's I'm starting to lose my memory, my retention of stuff. So you're a young pup, so you can retain that good stuff and hang on to it for a long time.
Hey,
How are
Beck.
you, Bex?
Hello, all right. Normally I'm not up this time.
Look what I
know.
got, guys.
I know Bex, and she's usually on my Thursdays. So yeah.
I was gonna say that sounds like another foreign accent, that lovely, nice, soothing accent that I love.
Yeah.
I'm only from
Look,
Sussex.
guys. Look.
Look at
You're great, Beck. Yeah.
look at her little Cadbury. His name is Cadbury. Isn't that cute?
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how are you doing, Bex? I'm glad to finally have meet you.
Yeah, up and down with the FND.
Yeah. How you doing?
My mom has 18 guinea pigs.
Oh my.
Wow. Okay. That's a lot to take care.
There it is.
Yeah.
She a guinea pig rescuer?
This one was about to be snake food when he was a baby.
Oh, okay.
So she
So she
rescues.
rescues.
him.
I actually watched a show. I watched this lady. She does a YouTube, and she does rescue guinea pigs.
My mom said something.
A huge rescue farm. She actually has a huge farm. There's thousands of guinea pigs running amok. It's kind of interesting.
Repeat it for them.
Oh,
Hey.
when she's holding was about to be some guy's snake food.
Oh,
He was
poor
only
thing.
It would have killed his snake. Snakes
Oh,
can't eat pigs.
they can't eat
Snakes?
guinea pigs.
Guinea
And
pigs?
you actually have 18 of
This
them?
guy, snake's body can't handle. They can't digest it.
Oh, they
Wow.
can't
I want to take him upstairs. He looks like he's trying to run.
because he's tired. You know, we had a picture because we are in Florida. We have invasive constrictors because people take them as pets and then they release them in the wild, and so they are kind of getting very invasive and taking over the Everglades.
Mm.
And they're having to have hunting season for them to keep them under control because it's killing off our natural population of other animals.
Oh, wow.
There was
Okay.
one picture of in the news, I don't know how many years ago, but somebody had gone out to do one of these hunts and they saw one of these constrictors had swallowed an alligator and
Oh.
it burst. The snake burst because it couldn't digest and keep that alligator in it.
Yeah.
Be fair, if I see a snake, I would run.
Oh, right? Like I hate
Yeah.
snakes.
I
Actually,
don't
Me
like
too.
snakes.
Me too. I'll run as well if I see a snake, even on
however,
TV.
that's funny you said that because was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday, my stepmom was in pulling weeds when it got cooler out because of the storm coming through.
Yeah.
And I should have posted this, but it comes. I don't know if you can see it.
Run.
It's on. It comes. She got it stirred up, so it's in the
Oh.
fountain, and we're videoing. But I didn't get close. Like I zoomed in, so don't think I
Yeah.
was super close because I'm not a fan of snakes either. But I just like nature. And then she's stomping and it's scaring it. And then she's like, "Go get the broom." I go, "I'm not going to get the broom. I'll get out of here."
Did you call some sort of animal control?
No, because it's just a garden black snake, and it just went back down.
Cadbury tried to jump off my arm.
It just went back down off the railing and off the deck. It just was stirred up because she was picking weeds.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and it's not a poisonous snake. This particular one is one that eats bugs, so I don't mind. Like, just don't encounter me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it can't be as bad as the one that down where I live. They saw
April.
Where? Around your area?
yeah
Just a
in
minute, Miriam.
Devon.
Oh, what
Yeah.
was it escaped from somewhere or what?
Yes, well,
I don't think.
someone got bitten by an adder.
Ooh,
Oh,
otters are highly deadly.
Yeah.
April.
Near Bournemouth Barracks, where I live. I live
Oh,
in
wow.
Barnet, so
You
it's
live
probably
where?
about half an hour. Devon.
Is that in Australia
No,
No, it's
or
in UK.
UK?
It's in UK, yeah.
And
Yeah.
they have adders there?
That's what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
then usually those
normal.
with the snakes like that, they usually escape.
Oh, somebody had
from
a zoo
yeah,
or something from there.
or have them as pets. There are people who have them as pets.
Yuck. Why would they have one of those poisonous snakes as a pet?
They're fascinated to them, but to me, it's not. It's scary.
No, yeah, right. Exactly.
I don't even deal with snakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me
If
either.
I could, because they had to be rushed to, do you know Plymouth Hospital? It's down by Plymouth.
April.
Yes,
And
Mary. Just Mariel, when we got someone talking, can you hold on a second, sweetie, or raise your hand? like, you know where the hand thing is in Zoom?
Go on, Beck.
She's learning.
Yeah,
Sorry,
'cause I
Beck.
went to Plymouth. I had to have treatment down there.
Oh, okay.
Did the person
Um,
survive the snake bite?
Yeah, he survived, but he was really poorly apparently.
That's
Ah.
awful.
My
Uh,
Zoom doesn't have a hand.
It doesn't have a hand. Let's see. Are you on your phone or on your
It's a phone.
do you see
yeah,
this thing where it says react? There's a heart and it says react.
It's by chat. It's next to chat.
yeah.
There you go. You found it. Okay, but you can talk now. So you can put your hand down.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd find that. So now you know where those raise your hand things are.
Did you see my post about how I got mistreated in an ambulance?
Yes.
On
I did
our
see it.
in our group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
think
I
I did.
posted about what they did to me.
I think I did. But I have a very bad memory, to be honest with you.
I do.
Especially when we have tons of people in the group.
This thing I made like a couple months ago, and it was very handy.
Mm.
What else do you have? What
That's
else
a
is on it?
pharmacy symbol.
It's got the medical caduce on it.
So what does it tell them?
If they see a medical caduce, they're trained. They're trained that means that it's a medical ID.
Yeah, but does it tell them, I mean, does it say, hey, these are epileptic or non-epileptic seizures? Does it say anything like that?
I wasn't able to fit everything.
Oh, okay. So you put stuff on the back. Got it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you made your own.
You can actually get a personalized one
You can get a
with a
card.
bracelet. Yeah, a card
Yeah.
or personalized bracelet where it shows some.
Muriel just makes her own stuff because Muriel she wanted a t-shirt, but she says she didn't have the money.
Oh,
Yeah.
See what I do is I
My thing says diagnosis functional neurological disorder, a problem with the functioning of the nervous system, causing real symptoms in case of seizure. Turn on side to avoid choking
Muriel,
on.
can I just say something?
Yeah.
If you're gonna get a bracelet or a medical card, you need to put it at simple with a bullet points what symptoms you have.
I'll tell you something. Go to FND at.
Yeah,
They're
just put
pretty helpful.
yeah the one FND action. It's got
Free ones?
ready-made medical
Are they
cards.
free?
Yeah, it's free.
FND active?
Action.
Oh,
FND
FND act.
action.
Yeah.
Send me a link.
I will put it in the group. How's that? Wait, that's from UK?
It's actually on the guides.
It's from the UK though, right? They won't send it to the US, will they?
I don't think so, but I think there is like a copy of it. So maybe use a copy of that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Print it out and use that copy.
Yeah. But it does help. It does help. Because you
maybe
can't
over there.
Yeah, because you can't fit everything that's on the medical bracelet. But if you have a medical card, which I bought my one from Amazon, which it's helpful for all the symptoms that I have.
Is that with the
I wouldn't be able to fit all my symptoms though, because I have 25 of them.
Yeah, but you just need to put the one that is the most urgent ones.
That somebody would think this critical, like if anybody saw you pass out or fall to the ground or start becoming unresponsive and then you're seizing, those who are like the critical ones. that would
Yeah, you need to simplify
somebody.
it.
But the thing is,
Some of
you
my
know,
seizures, some of my seizures have the potential to kill me because my heart rate go gets really up there.
Yeah.
are those epileptic ones? She has epileptic too, right? Don't you have both?
No, I never said I had both. I said I have non-epileptic, and
Somebody has
some of
both.
So
them.
that's what you need to put down. Just put NES on there as a shortcut symbol, and also
I would
put
love, but the
seizures,
thing is,
and then yeah, they would know.
the problem with that is the US is not up to date with everything.
Yeah, I know they're
And
not.
we have to write out the whole thing because literally what they're looking at, I've already, my whole journey in the last 5 years with doctors,
Yeah,
what's FND? What's NES? What's conversion disorder? Ugh.
yeah.
Psychogenic, non-epileptic, or pseudo seizures, because they literally are so outdated with their terms that you have to tell them old terms for them to understand
There you
what
go. That's
exactly you have.
if
Yeah,
you go on
exactly.
the
That's
analytic,
right. I've got that one. Yeah, right. My next. That's the one I've got.
yeah.
I
So
don't like to tell them. I don't
Yeah,
like to tell them the old terms because, like,
yeah, you're right. That's the one, Bex. That's the one I
offensive,
have.
you know.
I don't like to tell them old terms either, Muriel, but they don't know what it is until they hear the old term.
yeah,
Yeah,
but basically, if you
I prefer
yeah. I
explaining
like
what it
those ones.
is.
You know what I do? I said, well, you might be familiar with it as this, but you won't call it that around me. You will call
Yeah,
it FND, functional neurological disorder.
I'm pretty good. I got a physio like who's pretty good to me. So
That's
yeah,
good. That's awesome.
yeah. She
yeah.
does have very good physio. How you
I
doing
prefer
anyway,
I prefer to explain what it is.
Sorry.
Bex? How
Yeah.
you doing
And
since last
sometimes
month?
there's doctors that don't know what conversion
Oh
disorder
God,
or
oh
non-epileptic
God.
seizures are.
What
So
we're
I tell them, so I teach those doctors the new terms.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I only go by new terms because I don't want the newer doctors or people that don't know the old terms. I don't want them to know the old terms.
But guess what? Once you tell them the new term and they go look it up themselves, it's going to be linked to the old terms. They'll
yeah.
be it. It will
It
be
doesn't matter.
all in it. Historically, if you go all the way back to ancient Egypt, they first thought it was like some sort of spiritual possession, and then it became hysteria, and they thought it was all uterus. And hysteria actually stems from the word uterus,
Yeah.
and it stems
And
from
then
all of
when they
that.
realized the men had it, and it
Girl,
all changed.
it's not our uterus, it's our brain.
Well, the only thing about the uterus, it's not even the uterus. It would be, well, uterus does produce a little bit, but like the ovaries produces hormones. Hormones go talk to the brain. When those hormones are out of whack, guess what? It's not being talked. The communication doesn't work right. That is part of why women tend to get it more than men. There is a
Yeah,
miscommunication in the chemical part of the brain, and chemistry is our hormones, is
yeah,
vitamins, is minerals, is all sorts of different things. And then there's also the electrical part. So
see.
for me, I don't even bother wasting my time explaining what it is, because if they don't want to go look the information up themselves and don't want to acknowledge that this is the new term, this is what it used to be, this is the new term, because we have new research
yeah. And
stating
it's also
why.
complex neurological disorder.
Right.
So
And
that's why.
so if
Yeah,
they don't want to go look that up, then I don't want them to be my doctor. So I don't bother explaining it into that great detail. I don't go into the great lengths of it.
yeah. That's why I say keep it simple. That way, it's just easy for them to just deal with.
Mhm.
Bex, what were you trying to say?
Um.
Yeah, I still prefer to explain it to them.
Yeah, literally, it's I whenever I go in hospital, my physio tried to get me home because I recover better at home.
Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't want to go to when I had a seizure on Monday. I didn't want to go to hospital. I just want to stay at home.
Yeah, I forget the hospital nonsense. All they do is code
You'll be
stroke me every
wasting
time I'm there. Forget that
more
nonsense.
stress. Yeah, it's just gonna give you more stress being
Yeah,
there.
they pinch my legs. They
Yeah.
do me sternal rubs. Oh my gosh, she's having a
Oh,
stroke.
they
Come
do.
stroke her.
What they do the basic stuff, which does not help.
Yeah,
No,
I was
no, they go to
um
extremes with me, B. Like literally, I was code stroke twice and cardiac three times. They ended up
It's
putting me in ICU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they go to the extremes. It's like, oh my gosh, if I have to tell one more person to read my history in my chart, I'm getting a little violent here. And I had to call my sister, and my sister, that's a nurse who advocates for me. And I'm like, listen, I need you to contact the nurse's station and ask
Mm,
to speak to the charge nurse and
yeah,
tell them what's up, and also speak with the doctor when they
yeah,
come to grounds, because I can't do this anymore. I'm not sitting here being tortured, pinched every time I have a seizure, them whisking me off to go do scans because they think I'm having a stroke. This is
yeah.
absurd.
That's it. That's the way it is. That's how it works, and it's just that's why I don't bother anymore. I can't be bothered to do all that stuff because you're just wasting your time sitting there, and for them to finish
And
and to say, uh, we can't do anything. It's part of it complex neurological, so we can't do nothing about it.
I wasn't even in there for FND though. I was in there because of a complication from a colonoscopy.
Oh,
And
okay.
everything they were doing was stressing me out. So flaring up my FND, and
Yeah,
now here one thing after another. It was like, oh, we're gonna rush you off. Oh, they took me and put me in the ICU because my heart rate went. Well,
yeah,
the pain meds they put me on made my heart rate go. Duh.
it's quite
yeah.
funny because I had a cyst like that on my armpit, and
Yeah,
basically,
I was gonna say, how did it went?
April.
yeah, I had to have it drained again.
Oh my
You got it
gosh.
drained again?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it didn't
horrible.
work. It didn't work. The Epsom salt.
It was an abscess, yeah, it was like that.
No.
This is what, but the thing is, they're misdiagnosing me again. It's like it's just getting stupid because I go in there. So Christmas time, I was like proper drenched of sweat.
Yeah.
I was really poorly actually, and
Yeah.
I kept having high temperatures, and they put it down to COVID.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Did they test you for it?
Yeah, and I
April.
came back negative, but I
Okay,
had a
Wow.
right.
massive abscess like that on my armpit.
And didn't they check for staff or at MRSA or something like that?
So they first put it down to a condition that it apparently was, and then they were like, "No, it's an abscess like that. It was underneath my armpit, so I had to have it drained while I was in there." And then a few weeks ago, it came back, and I had to have it drained again.
Did they give
Yeah.
you antibiotics?
Yeah, I'm just sick and tired and taking antibiotics.
I bet you are.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
daughter had actually had on her armpit and had to have hers drained, and hers was staph. And then she ended up being, we were in and out of the hospital in the emergency room, nobody listening to me.
Yeah.
They would not admit her. And I'm like, she then had red streaks running to her, which was on her left side, actually. So it was running towards her heart. And I'm like, you should be admitting her and doing um,
Yeah.
Antibiotics.
IV antibiotics, because the oral ones aren't working. It's just not strong enough. And they wouldn't listen to me, wouldn't listen to me. And then after whatever they did when they did the IND, with the stuff, they didn't use iodine. It was the other stuff to clean before they
Yeah.
cut. The other stuff,
The
well,
orange stuff. Is it?
no, orange stuff is iodine. So they used the other kind. I don't remember what it's called. Well, lo and behold, we find out she's allergic to it. She broke out even worse. this thing was spread now from like here to like down
Wow.
her ribs. Hot, flaming red, seeping, looked like old man sagging skin on her arm. And here she's like 20 years old. And
Why
we
does it
had
happen with monsters?
I don't know, but we ended up having a follow-up with the surgeon
Yeah.
for him to take the packing out. And then we went into the surgeon and I said, we've been into the ER 3 times. You tell me what you think, because I think she needs to be admitted. And he said, let me look. The minute she lifted her arm, he's like, this is absurd. He was livid. He was calling the hospital, getting to bed, and then laid into the ER staff.
Yeah.
It looked, looking for all the notes and everything to see who did what, because she should have been admitted. And I'm like, I knew it. I knew she should have been admitted. But it was it was a bad staph infection.
Yeah, because they put that on her, so that's their fault. And they should known some people could be allergic to it.
Well,
So
and that was the other thing, because they used it again for her IV site.
yeah,
And we had just told the hospital to add this to her allergy list.
yeah,
And I was talking to the nurse who was taking all of her information upon being admitted in the room. When
yeah,
another nurse came to draw her blood, so I'm not watching what they're doing. And here
yeah.
they used it again. So guess what? Now her other arm has got massive contact dermatitis, red splotchy swelling on that arm. And I'm like, you didn't.
Didn't they
Use
read
that.
the chart the first time? They didn't read the chart the first time around. Why they did it second time? That's just weird.
Basically, the hospital just want to try to kill you off.
That's why I agree.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember the
You're
name of
right
that.
there.
I'm gonna look it up. Chlorhexidine. That's the name of it. Chlorhexidine.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sometimes they give it, you can use it to swish.
Is that like acids kind of thing?
It's like a really strong and I think antibacterial. What is chlorhexidine? Let me look.
Sounds like acid.
Hold on.
I've got my DJing to do tomorrow, today.
Oh yeah,
It's surgical. It's surgical beta sept, like a topical antiseptic. That's what it
okay.
is. It's a topical antiseptic. They can also use chlorhexidine mouth swish after a mouth surgery.
Yeah,
But that's something my daughter can't have. And the most commonly used medication for asthma is albuterol.
yeah.
She's allergic to that too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And she has asthma, so we learned the hard way. It was like scary.
Maybe she needs to do it like an allergy test just
She
to
did.
double check that there's any more that she's allergic to.
But the allergy tests don't have every single thing on their panel. So they don't,
Yeah,
it's a trial and error kind of thing.
yeah.
April,
Yes, ma'am.
can I speak now?
You sure may.
Um, so the day I ended up in the hospital, which was like a couple of days ago,
Mhm.
the way I was mistreated by ambulance people is like, and I got really unlucky that day. I was in and out of consciousness, seizing. So whenever I was consciousness, I could feel every little thing. It was like a whole body Charlie horse.
Mm.
And then one of the paramedics said that which I don't think is true at all, they said when you inject somebody with psychogenic non-epileptic seizures, it produces a pseudo effect.
What inject them with what? What is it?
Seizure medicine. When they inject you with seizure medicine, it produces
Seizure medicine can actually cause more problems because you are not supposed to have seizure medication when you have non-epileptic seizures. They have already had tons of studies show that they can cause way more problems, and he was right on that. It's very dangerous to give someone that has
No,
non-epileptic.
it produces. He said it produces a pseudo effect when they know they've been injected, as if
Even if
he
you don't
thinks
take,
that we're faking and that all of us know when we're being injected.
See,
That
I
makes
get
no sense, because weren't you already having your seizure before you were injected?
yeah, don't make sense.
No, that's what they said, and I was awake long enough to hear misinformation going around.
I'm kind of
They
confused.
said it's all psychological. It's not all psychological.
I don't understand what. So they showed up because you were having seizures, and you were
In and out of consciousness.
in and out of consciousness, and then they attempted to. You already had this problem, and they see this. Then they inject something to you. Give you an injection. Did they?
Well,
Or an IV or something?
they did give me injection, but I wasn't aware for it. They told me afterwards.
What did they give you?
Versed.
Oh, that's a kind of muscle relaxer, which is a relaxant. Muscle relaxers and anti-anxiety meds kind of work the same way together.
like a Valium,
Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
There are
Klonopin's the same
some
way.
medicines that actually work for me.
Ativan, Klonopin, I can list all of them, pretty much all the benzos. They're anti-anxiety / they work as muscle relaxers. If you think about it,
I take oxcarbazepine.
hold on, let me look that up.
Oxcarbazepine.
Okay, let me look it up.
It can help with seizures, but it also helps with bipolar.
I just take all day. I don't even know.
Yeah, Bex is actually very
Oh,
organized.
just so you know, Mariel, normal side effects, what's normal side effects is, just what I'm reading right off the internet here. Common normal side effects from oxcarbazepine is abnormal gait, headache, ataxia, fatigue, confusion, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, or rash. So the high ones, dizziness, sedation. Guess what? The things that they put us on to treat us or curb some of our symptoms
Causes it.
exacerbates the systems, makes you have them over and over and more and more and more, that you become reliant on the medication.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said no more meds. I'm done.
That particular medicine actually helps my seizures.
That's what you think right now, because so does my Klonopin. My Klonopin helps them in the moment, but it triggers more and more and more and more over time. Like it becomes a vicious cycle. You actually can't break out of it until you've learned and done your research enough to see the severity of the side effects. And even after you quit taking the medicine, it can last for a couple more years until it's completely out of your system.
That is right.
I already had an abnormal gait before I started taking oxcarbazepine.
I know. I'm saying.
They put me on it to replace
No,
I know. I
Muriel,
know.
just
Same
trying
thing.
to tell you that the medication already gives you the side effects even worse.
Right. You're just it's gonna last longer. You're gonna have a more in the long run. Being on it in the long run, I know you already had it before. Same with me. But as I've done my research on this medications, all these medications, you really, really, really want to look at it. You really, really, really want to make sure you do lots of research on any medication they give you.
Yeah, and also you need a medication review so that you are actually you're taking the right medication. Because if it's causing you more harm then there's
I
something
don't
wrong with the
think it's
medication.
causing me any more harm because because
It's a quick fix. It stops it and slows it down right away, right, Mariel?
I take it every day and now I only have seizures once or twice a month.
And
Oh.
what about
And
Oh.
the thing is, whenever I have more seizures, for some reason, whenever I have more seizures, then that's like whenever my functional neurological disorder starts getting worse again. Like
It's
if I
all
have
part of
more
it's
seizures, my
all part of the
FND
side
gets
effects.
worse.
Yeah, but that's all part of the side effects.
It becomes a vicious cycle. What I just want you to do is make sure you do your research, really research it. And when you find it, take it to your doctor.
I just said the side effects from my seizures are that my FND gets worse because of the seizures.
Everybody's does. But we
Yeah.
also get worse because of medications too. It's a cycle. It's the way your body goes through changes, the way your body's chemistry changes. And you're putting a chemical into your body. And your body goes through its own changes every so many years anyways. So as your body is adjusting to its own changes, it may not be able to handle a medicine here or there. It happens all the time. Or even not even just that, but sometimes medication, you've heard medication over time becomes ineffective because you've been on it long enough that it's just kind of said, I'm not working anymore.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
basically when that happens, is your brain receptors are miscommunicating and saying, you know what, I'm sick of this. I'm not going to, this doesn't work for me. I'm not going to register this anymore because it's just not doing the job it's supposed to be doing anymore.
That's
Thanks.
why you need the medication reviewed all the time.
Mm-hmm. And always do your medicine research. Take it in.
See, I get medicine review and also weight review because my FND stops me able to swallow.
The combination of medicine I'm on is the only combination that works for me.
I'm actually getting reassessed. I had to be put on a special diet because last week I had a really bad flare up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that going?
So
Are you
basically
listening?
they told me to go on like level 4, which level 4 is pureed. So I had to go on pureed again. Just to able
I
to
was
keep
like that in the beginning.
Miss April.
Yes, Muriel.
So the combination of medicine I'm on right now is the only combination that works for me.
I get what you're saying, honey. And that was the same thing for me too. But after I did my research, I decided, no, I'm not doing this any longer. I've watched too many people on YouTube that had gone through something very similar to FND, but it was actually with the medicine that caused it. And it took them years after the medicine was stopped taking for them to stop these and subside these symptoms. And the same symptoms that we have, but it was medicine induced.
Even if you're off it, you still have
the only medicine I believe really poisoned me and affected me was lithium.
Did they not do your blood work often? Because you're supposed to have your blood work done a lot with that.
Whenever I was on lithium, I had my blood work done. But I think I was getting lithium poisoning anyhow, no matter how normal the blood testing was. Because so many years later, I still have really bad tremors, and my tremors weren't that bad before I took the lithium.
See, I got a tremor in my right hand, but I had it since I was a birth.
I have tremors too, see?
Me too.
I didn't really like. I got diagnosed last year with FND, but I had it since I was a kid.
Yeah.
The tremors you had as a kid?
I've had FND symptoms since I was 4 years old.
See, I really think that you have a lot more than FND going on, and they're just not catching it. Or
Yeah, or diagnosing
first
it.
of all, I mean, she's had a head injury. I think she also suffered from a TBI at the cellular level. They're not going to see it. They'll never see that. But I think that that's what you also have, Mariel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
You
thing
need
is,
to see the
no,
neurologist again.
no one could be
I haven't told you guys this yet. But I was in a. Did I put? Yes, I put Cadbury back.
Okay, I'm just wondering because the door was open. I didn't know, and you left the light on.
Oh,
Mariel, can you hear when other people are talking on here?
Might want to put your clothes in your suitcase.
I'm going to. Can I hear when other people are talking on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of, for me, it's kind of hard for me to not accidentally interrupt somebody, because when they pause, sometimes
Oh,
I
you think you're
misunderstand.
done. Ah, that makes sense to me now, because I didn't know if you were having issues hearing other people talking, or I get it. You can put your hand down now. You know how to do that?
Um,
I'm not gonna say nothing. No comment.
so I haven't told you
I'm
guys this yet.
muted.
I haven't told you guys this yet, but I was in a facility one time where I was mistreated. Like they would like take my doll from me every time I had a seizure, and I'd wake up sometimes and realize it wasn't there. And I actually banged my head till it bled one time.
How old were you?
Like 16 or 17.
How old are you now?
I'm 21.
Have you been tested for periodic paralysis, the Anderson-Twill one?
No.
I think you should try to attempt to get tested for that.
So not only have I hit my head at 4 years old, but I've also hit it before.
See, and you also, I think there's a TBI, which at the cellular level, they're not going to see on a scan either. Because it's like if anybody has been in a car accident and have whiplash, we know how momentum goes. Your neck, your head, back and forth, and eventually it slows down. But once your head stops, your brain doesn't. So your brain inside is doing the same thing into your skull until that finally slows down. Once that slows down,
I'm gonna let you tell that to my mom.
and
No, it's actually pretty good.
Hang on, I'm gonna let you tell that to my mom. Tell her what you think happened, what you think about the thing from whenever I was 4.
she knows I'm not a doctor, right?
Huh?
She knows I'm not a doctor, right?
What?
I said she knows I'm not a doctor, right?
She's not, but I still think she needs to know what you think.
I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I do my research. I was an educator, and I still continue to educate, and I still continue to do what I love in researching things. But
Yeah.
my opinion, if you were my child, I would be getting you in because I would say get her tested for these things. That's
Hey, Mom, my friend wants to say something about. Remember whenever I was thrown across the room at 4 years old?
Yeah, I still don't understand why there were no marks.
I did have one right here, but I never showed anybody.
Is Muriel's mum, sorry.
I never
you
showed
try
you
to
because
explain to us?
remember, I was told that he would kill me.
Oh. Okay,
You
that
keep
makes sense.
forgetting that I was told that he would kill me if I told anybody about the mark on the back of my head.
Oh. Okay.
I'm from the UK, so
Lump on the back of my head. I never told anybody about it because I was afraid I was gonna get killed.
Oh. Okay.
April,
Yes, ma'am.
remember you wanted to tell.
Your
Say
mom?
what you said to me.
Okay. The only thing, first of all, I'm not a doctor, but I am a mother and an educator, and I used to teach kids with all sorts of behavior issues and medical conditions and all sorts of things. I suffered a traumatic brain injury at the cellular level. Well, the
Okay.
doctor explained to me that when you,
Talking up.
what?
I think
Are you
she's kind
frozen?
of frozen.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mariel?
You were cracking up. Yeah.
I can hear you perfectly fine.
It might be where you're located in the house, Mariel, because she can, everybody else can hear
in
me.
the closet, so you can't hear you.
It's where you're
The
located,
reception.
Mariel.
Yeah, the reception's not good in the closet.
Can your mom hear me?
Yeah.
Hi.
You're like breaking up real bad.
Still? It's on your end because the other ladies can hear me with no problem. It's gotta be on
It was
your
down in the
reception.
group where our laundry is, so.
Oh,
We
okay.
can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm speaking only from my own personal experience and what I've seen in other kids. And if Muriel was my kid, knowing what I know now, I would be taking her and asking doctors to check for a traumatic brain injury at the cellular level and periodic paralysis, the Anderson-Tawil form. I think she's got lots more than just FND going on. A traumatic brain injury at the cellular level is not going to be showing up on a scan. What happens with that is that when you're, like, for an example, like if you're in an accident where you have kind of a whiplash, go back and forth and back and forth, once the momentum stops and your body physically stops, your brain does not. It continues to hit your skull back and forth internally. Once your brain stops, your cells are still going until they stop. And that's at the cellular level. Those cells have been going nonstop since the very beginning of the accident. And they take longer to stop. And once they've been so scrambled, it becomes an issue with they're communicating together, causing a lot of different deficits. Functioning, it can cause deficits with cognition, deficits with memory, deficits with focus, deficits with like
What
a
about
host
mental
of different
age
things.
level?
What?
About mental? I said, what about mental age level? Because my mom thinks my mental age level is lower than my actual age.
Like
It does.
kind of maybe like what you would talk then about intellectual disabilities, and that's you would want to get tested also from a neuropsychiatrist on that.
Yeah.
I
Um,
already had.
Consultant.
And what did
I
they
was
say?
diagnosed with autism by a neuropsychiatrist.
I just think there's more than just that.
Have you seen a neurologist recently?
Only for seizures.
Here's the
No.
thing. The other
And
one I'm talking,
I asked him,
I'm trying to listen and you're talking over top of her.
Mariel, the other mom, the other thing that I'm talking about is called periodic paralysis. that is a genetic disorder, and you can have you can have genes tested, and there's a site to do it for free because she probably would fit the qualifications and they wouldn't even take your insurance. And I can send that information to Muriel's Facebook.
You
Chat?
can actually send me a friend request. I'm Cheryl Bouts on there.
Let me do it real quick right now because I might forget. But while I'm
Test positive for
you don't,
it.
okay, so you don't always, because genetics is so new that they don't have every gene identified. So what you really need to do is find a specialist, a muscular neural specialist that specifies in periodic paralysis. I think personally, just my thoughts, and like I said, I'm not a doctor, but I think she's got a little bit of traumatic brain injury at the cellular level, FND, and periodic paralysis, possibly the Anderson trill. That's just
I
my
have a history
thought.
of also banging my own head.
Yes, when constant concussions can cause that. Constant concussions over and over. Anytime you hit your head and you have multiple concussions, that will eventually damage the cells in the brain to the point where
I'm gonna
there's
need some help as far as where to take her because she's been to every neurologist here all through Nashville and nothing.
They
I have
won't do
no problem trying to find you something, but hold on a second. So I'm gonna look for what did you say your name was again?
Cheryl Bouts.
Yeah,
Is it with
Cheryl.
an S or C?
You
C.
can look at my friends list.
Cheryl.
And
Uh,
B-O?
Yeah, Boutz. There you are.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see you
Financial-
got guinea pigs.
My
Gotcha.
mom told me I had conversion disorder on my medical list several years ago. Remember you told me that?
Yeah, it was conversion disorder, and then I was like, well, where does functional neurological disorder come from? Because I never saw a diagnosis for that. And she
Because
was
that's the new term.
she was saying that FND is the new term for conversion
It
disorder.
is.
Correct, yeah.
The United States has not updated that terminology yet, and we are working hard on doing that. Conversion disorder is being used. I right now have, if you saw my diagnoses, it says conversion disorder, comma, functional neurological symptom disorder, comma, non-epileptic seizures, comma, and it can go, and then it lists every single symptom as a diagnosis. Dystonia, comma, swallowing, comma, speech disturbance, comma. I mean, it lists them all as diagnosis. And I'm like, good grief. Isn't it just easier to say FND? Because all those are just symptoms of FND.
See, I got my chart where I can actually
That's what I have as my chart.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can see all my diagnoses on there.
I had a friend say I looked like I had Anderson to Will.
That's what I think
I
too.
wouldn't
I-
really
I-
pay attention too much to what your friends say
I don't.
because they're not doctors and they ultimately can't like I really wouldn't. I mean,
That's why I told him I'm not worried about that because I'm not diagnosed with it.
right.
So I did send you I don't know if I got the right one. You have like guinea pigs on your Facebook thing, right?
Yeah, Cheryl Bouts, and it's got a picture of me with a little baby as my profile picture. That's my little boy.
Okay, got it. And I sent you a message, and then we will chat that way, and you can send me like your location so I could try to find specialists for you in your area.
Okay, because she's been to everybody here. Even her care providers had her places, and they
how far are you willing to travel that insurance would cover for her?
Yeah, and I mean, I would be willing to go with her. to wherever. I mean, if her care provider doesn't want to take her, I would be willing to go with her.
Okay, so if I give you a 1 to 200-mile radius, it might take that to find a specialist.
But I mean, I'm telling you, she's been to like everybody here. I mean, I don't think that the state of Tennessee has anything.
Okay, then well, you might have to go out of state. If your insurance covers all that, you might have to go out of state.
Doing with the phone.
I was looking at your case
Oh,
that you got.
You know, you can join our group as well as
Yeah, as a
as a
carer.
caregiver supporter for your daughter. Our group is open to supporters. We're going to start even a support group for people that care for others with our condition. So you're welcome to join. It's called FND Waves.
See, I'm quite lucky with that. I got loads of support about in Devon.
Yeah.
In Barnstable. I got
Yeah,
I got
UK,
physio.
we've got quite a lot of
I mean,
support.
You guys have to go to bed. It's late for you.
Mm.
I got to be up for 7 o'clock.
Oh my gosh. And what time is it your time?
I hate that.
we could travel to Florida because, like, you have a really good neurologist, don't you?
I can't get into this. I'm getting ready to see one, but I can't get into it till June of 2025.
Next year.
Just so you know, and I'm on a waiting list. But I did order my genetic testing for free, and I can give her that information.
Yeah.
For me, like, for me though, I'd probably try to get a full genetics panel.
Oh, you don't need a full one. You would start off with just the 6, and then you would go on to the full neuromuscular only panel, which is 200 and some. But you wouldn't need a full genetic panel. And remember what I said. Genes are fairly new testing, and not all gene deformities or deficits or whatever you want to call it have been identified yet.
Because a lot of people with FND have other things as well.
Right.
I got a learning difficulty plus FND plus what else have I got? Migraines as well.
Yeah.
So
my migraines were horrible. I literally, to the point of vomiting, light and sound, everything. Blah. And once I started vomiting, and couldn't keep anything down.
Because of the migraine. That's why
Was yours like that?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, but I take a spray and aspirin.
Yeah.
I had a hysterectomy and I don't have any migraines at all anymore. I have tension headaches. That's it. And no more of those severe migraines.
I take that.
I think hormones are something very similar to that, but it's not a nose spray. Mine's a pill, which if I get too nauseous, then it's like, then I have to take one of those dissolving pills, put it under my tongue.
That one,
But
my son's got that one.
Yeah, but I have not had a migraine medication in, I can't tell you how long, because since I've had my hysterectomy, literally, I have not had the severity of migraines. I do get headaches, and I know that a lot of them are stemmed from the incredible tightness of my neck and my back and my shoulders. And my neurologist did tell me that when if you wake up with a headache, it is not a migraine. It literally is tension from the muscles surrounding your scapula to shoulders to neck to head. It's not a migraine. He actually wrote a book on migraines.
I've had that happen before. I've woke up with headaches before.
It's probably, well, especially us that get them after, like the next day after seizure when we've all been tight and very sore. But let me see if I'm going to do a share. I'm going to do a screen share, see if I can get this on here.
I'm just taking a couple of pills.
I'm going to show you this. This is my favorite neurologist ever, but I can't see him anymore because he doesn't take my insurance and he also doesn't take self-pay.
Well, that's annoying.
Right. This is the best doctor I've ever seen in my entire life. I would be, so this is him. He has written several books. He really specializes a lot in, well, lots of things, but he really does a lot of focus and research on migraines. Let me see if I can find. Okay.
Do you think he'd take my insurance?
Right here. I don't know what your insurance is, honey. Migraine, what works? Revised edition. So he has a revised edition. The headache cure, how to uncover what's really causing your pain and find lasting relief. He wrote this book. He wrote this book. He also encourages, my sister gets migraines, something fierce. She doesn't have FND, but she suffers from severe migraines as well. And honestly, my sister, the one I'm talking about, is a mom and baby nurse and is into the OB/GYN stuff and has come across lots of studies on estrogen dominance, which there is such a thing. And that would be when when we go through our cycle phases, when they're supposed to balance out. Hold on a second, let me see if I can get back on here. I can get my screen on. They're supposed to balance out here and there like this. They're supposed to just go back and forth like this. But with progesterone and estrogen, the two. But if you're estrogen dominant, progesterone can't ever get up, ever, because estrogen's always up. And estrogen is a source to causing a whole slew of female PMS symptoms and even into going into menopause like phases. So estrogen is like a huge issue, and there's not very many doctors that want to test for estrogen dominance, because that's a fairly new, newly researched type thing, I guess. But my sister swears that she has it, swears that I had it, swears that my mother had it, and lo and behold, my sister that I'm talking about, she has endometriosis. And they found her endometriosis when she was 16 or 17. And mom and I had a hysterectomy. Before my hysterectomy, many years before that, I had a laparoscopic surgery because I had cysts on my ovaries. So when they went in to go remove the cyst because it was causing severe pain, they found endometriosis in me then, which was why my cycles were so messed up and why I was having so many problems. I went and had my hysterectomy, and they found that not only did I have the endometriosis and the polycystic ovarian disease, but I had fibroids and adenomyosis. All could be cancer causing, all can potentially cause the hormonal issues to be out of whack. And so when I had my hysterectomy, I was having 4 to 5 seizures a day. After the hysterectomy, I went to 4 a month. Talk about what a relief. And I made them take both my ovaries. I made them. I said, take them.
Yeah.
It was life-changing for me. The only thing I hate about it now is this constant sweating when I sleep. I wake up drenched. You know, you're like, "Ugh," and I have my little hot flashes, but I no longer have the migraines. Definitely have to worry about the stinking periods. Boy, I hated them. No more
Oh, I
cramp,
do. Yeah.
right?
I take Buscopan for it.
You have what?
Self, 4 cookies.
Buscopan. It's
Oh.
it's for IBS. It also helps with cramp.
Your bag.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
go do that.
Yeah, please, because I think she said she's gonna be here like 10 or 11 o'clock.
Well, Muriel, you can tell your mom I sent her the site for the free testing.
She sent you the site for the free testing.
It's
Okay.
a private chat on there. She can hit the link. If she gets stuck on how to do that, she can contact me. Feel free to contact me and I can get her to walk her through it. So,
Can I show you something right quick?
sure, show me something right quick.
Do you see?
No, hold on. I gotta do stop screen share.
So when I walk, my walk is like this. They call that a scissor gait.
Your legs are out. I don't have that. Do you guys have that?
I
And
get it.
whenever I'm walking up the stairs, I kind of like sway and my balance is off.
Basically, at the moment, I got my thumb locked, but that's been locked like that for
Well,
over.
your feet are out like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
And
got that.
I don't have
I have that myself.
I don't have that at all. My left foot actually goes like this, curls in, and I drag it.
my feet,
My
they
one's
call
like
it a
that.
scissor. They call it a scissor gait because of the motion.
I can't see the motion. You need to get someone to video you actually walking down the hall. Hey, my dogs are whining. I'll be right back. I have to take them outside.
Aye, no problem. But yeah, no, I get that. I get it where my foot goes in.
Yeah, but for me, it's actually goes outwards. I'm walking like a penguin kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, my niece like noticed it. So, auntie, you walk funny. So it's like, yeah, it used to be inwards, now it's gone outwards. It changes. It changes over years.
Yeah.
So yeah. So the longer you have it, the more changes there are.
Oh, what, in your body?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So physio said my thumb's going to be stuck like that now.
What, forever?
Yeah, because basically she can't pull it out.
She didn't say to put a wrist splint just to.
I got that, but it won't pull out now.
But if you put that on, it might help putting that during the night time.
Well, she said during the day, put it on, but like at night, take it off and put like a soft ball in it.
So, okay. Have you tried the gloves as well? Have you tried that?
No.
Tried it's like arthritis gloves. Try it. See if it
Oh,
works. Yeah. It might help.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Try it. But are you feeling better now?
I'm getting really bad still indigestion, like
Yeah.
when feeling sick.
Yeah. Yeah. That's part of the IBS and part of the gastric.
Yeah, but they're saying that it's another thing, and it's another thing because I kept being sick all the time with
Uh,
food.
did you get what Amber told you to do? To get tested for GERD?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah,
You got it tested?
yeah.
And what did
GERD?
it come back?
I came back
You said
negative.
GERD, didn't you?
Yeah.
I have GERD myself.
You got that tested?
I
Yeah.
was diagnosed with GERD whenever I was around 7 and 8.
Okay, but have you been tested recently? Because it changes over the years.
No, but I still get fart smelling burps.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I
Well,
still get fart burps.
it's the same thing. Our brain, our nervous system, our guts are all connected. So I would. How long ago have you seen an actual consultant,
Well, me.
So GI,
Muriel? Oh,
are you asking about a consultant for GI?
for GI or for neurologists that specialize?
I saw a neurologist like last year.
Last year.
Mm.
Did they do any more tests or anything like that?
I had an MRI and CT scan.
Yeah, but the MRI and CT scan won't show anything.
They did the Hoover sign test.
Uh-huh. And what did they find?
That my Hoover sign was consistent with FND.
Yeah, okay. That's good. Oh, anything else?
They I forget what they call it, but they found like a little white thingy that wasn't anywhere where it would cause any harm.
I think it wouldn't.
It's like
When
it's basically, I forgot what it's called, but I know that it's like some kind of congenital thing from
okay,
what they told me.
right. Okay. Oh, sorry, hold on. Okay. Am I still on? I don't know if I'm still on. Am I on?
Yeah, still on.
Yeah. No, because on my phone, so I don't. Usually I'm on my laptop when I'm talking. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's kind of funny doing it this way.
I'm always on my phone.
Yeah, yeah, no, because I prefer to be on laptop. It's just easier. But tonight, I just thought I can't be
There's
bothered.
only three of us.
What was that?
I think Marion's gone.
Is she?
I think Marion's left.
Hold on. Let me just check.
That's Marion left.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
It's only saying three.
yeah, I think. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's all right. That's fine. We could talk. Oh yeah, you were
Yeah.
saying you got your DJing today.
So yeah, I got my summer fete today.
Oh, you excited?
Yeah, not too bad. I can't be asked. I can't be bothered.
Have you selected your music?
I've done some, because I brought a new mixer today. Yesterday, sorry. I keep thinking it's Sunday today for some reason, but it's Monday. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
brought a new mixer. Cost me about £125. Not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Well, I told you. Next week, Thursday, I expect some DJing going on. Yeah.
cool. Yeah. I'm,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm not. Well, I'll be on like at 7 this week.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. It starts
be
at
on
7.
early. Yeah, I'll be on early this week. I
That'd be
got
great.
a special needs club to do Thursday.
Yeah,
It's
and
been a day.
it's pretty good what you're doing. I mean, it's good that you're volunteering to do that and helping out.
I do
Um,
like it. Be fair, it puts my mind at rest as well. Like it gets my
yeah,
mind
a
because
distraction.
I'm going back to a volunteering job because I can't go back to a paid job because of the FND.
Yeah,
Um, but I'm going back to a volunteering job and I can't wait.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's why I like doing this as well, because it's like it keeps me distracted, and
Yeah,
doing volunteering it helps to connect with others who have the same condition as me.
yeah,
Um,
good.
and you're able to understand one another. That's why I love doing this.
She's
So
back.
yeah. Hey, April.
Muriel left.
Yeah, I think so.
She's left us. She didn't even say bye.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, is it
I feel bad
11,
for her.
is it 11 already over there?
Uh, it's 11:31. Yeah.
Yeah, no, her caregiver was going to come at that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
She just needs help, bless her.
No, I think she has a lot more than just autism and FND. There's way more than that going on. So if
Mm,
I can find and direct her mom to a better neurology, but they're gonna have to probably end up having to travel. I think that's the only way that if she
yeah,
says she's been to everybody in the area, then
they didn't do a pretty good job.
no.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I wouldn't stop if it was my daughter. I wouldn't stop. I'd keep going and keep going and
yeah.
there's
Even I thought I don't think it's just FND. It's got what the neurologist said before. You can have FND and other conditions to go
I
along
mean
with it.
her injury that she took when she was 4 years old, that could have been the source of the FND, but I think that caused a traumatic brain injury.
Yeah,
But also FND's to do with trauma as well. So
Right.
yeah,
Exactly.
basically what she went through at 4 years old, that's trauma.
Right.
mm,
And that's where she's
Everything.
got the and that's where she's got the FND from.
Emotional trauma and physical trauma and medical trauma. There's
Yeah.
three
mm,
traumas all wrapped in one incident that can cause the FND itself. But there's just
yeah.
so much more going on that
That's
I
why I
think
said
she's just
she
so
needs to be
focused on the
seen
FND because there's not that's all they're giving her. And I think sometimes with that diagnosis, they're not wanting to look into
other
the
things.
the
It's
other
easy to put it down to FND. It's easy to
right,
do that.
right.
But people don't want to look at like other symptoms
Yeah,
or other conditions.
I mean it's
Right.
obvious. It's
Because
obvious
you've
to us.
got men,
We've got FND. It's obvious to us. There's more to it. So yeah, I do think
oh
it
Christ,
needs
I
to
know
be.
that I got FND. My whole
Yeah,
slot.
yeah. Get one of those arthritis gloves.
Yeah, I will do, yeah.
Yeah, to help you. Um, yeah, especially when it's locked like that.
She texts me.
How you gonna do
She
DJing
said,
tomorrow
help.
today? How you gonna do DJing if okay,
So
use those.
I I use I use like that. All you have to do is like press play.
Uh,
It's quite easy.
yeah.
I'm well. My mix is only a channel.
What's that? You're gonna do a YouTube channel?
No, my mixer is only a 2 channel.
Oh, okay,
My
okay.
controller,
Oh, that's good.
but the
Well,
only heaviest thing is my speakers, and I only have to
Um,
take one of them. I only have to take one.
you know, you've got people helping you.
No, I basically do it myself.
You
Hey,
do it. How you need help to do it.
No, I
Move the
don't.
equipment.
I get transported there. So I guess
Yeah.
basically tomorrow is a jumble sale. So for
Yeah.
like special needs
Yeah.
kids,
Yeah.
I shouldn't say kids, it's adults with learning difficulties.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a
but
it's a wonderful, wonderful job that you're doing. It's good.
yeah,
So
no,
I'm
I did
very,
go
very
through.
proud of you. You're doing that.
It gets me out the house as well.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
last week I had a haircut. That's why it's so short.
Yeah. I can see that.
I went to hairdressers. I went, oh, how much is for a haircut? Hairdresser, he went, you 12 quid for my fiance. You
Oh.
21 quid. I was like, what? I end up paying 21 quid for a short haircut. And so I went to the barbers and went, do you do my hair, please? And they were like, yeah, £15. There you go. I said, £15? It's better than 21 quid.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, I'm glad you stayed up, try to chat with us. That's great.
And I said, well, I've got to be up for 7 now.
Yeah.
my goodness. That's a
I
lot.
got to be up all day tomorrow. You put, you
Okay.
two put, you not
What,
probably go in
to what
bed.
to what time is the jumbo sale?
I'm
So,
back.
hello. Jumble sales at 10,
Yeah.
and then I got a DJ till 3.
Okay. Oh no, that's good. It's no, it's not like the whole like till like 6 o'clock. At least it's till 3, which is great.
No, if it was, I would have been
Yeah.
in bed by now and not
Yeah.
stayed up. But my feet feel like they're on fire.
Mm.
You've had this for a year now, you said?
He's gonna be here in 40
Text?
minutes.
Okay.
Did you bring your stuff downstairs?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, I had it last year. I got
My
diagnosed last
caregiver's
year.
coming in 40 minutes, guys.
Okay. Okay, honey, hold on a second.
Okay,
Bex is talking.
we're just chatting here, yeah. So go ahead with Bex.
Yeah, I had it last year. No, not. I got diagnosed last year, but year before I was paralyzed from the neck down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I
Mm.
couldn't move. I literally I had feeding tubes coming out of me, everything. It was horrible.
Oh,
Mhm.
And because I couldn't swallow, um,
how long
my
did that
swallow
last?
was. So basically, it lasted a couple months. I was in hospital for because they thought I was like it. They thought I apparently when I went in first off that I was like it, but my fiance had to show the pictures to the doctors, videos of me, what I'm normally like,
Right. Had to go
Yeah.
through that same thing.
because they thought I was like it. And then they thought I was going to die. So they put me in a side room, didn't do nothing to me, and left me there until my fiance went, actually, you used to do something. Either stick her with a feeding tube down her or what, but you need to do something. And basically, next week they came up with a feeding tube because I couldn't have no water, no drinks, no nothing because I wasn't holding it in my mouth.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you couldn't swallow. It's a tongue
yeah,
tongue issue, and I had the same problem, so I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Didn't they
that's
did they
it
do
was
that swallow
muscle.
study test?
they did the swallow test. I failed really badly.
Mhm.
Apparently, just I couldn't even. Do you know when you swallow your own saliva?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know when
Mm-hmm.
you like swallow all the time your own saliva? Well, I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
do that. It was just dribbling out my mouth, and it was a horrible experience to go through.
Wow, you really had a bad onset.
Yeah.
But then last year I had it about 6 or 7 times, and the functional neurology went. The neurologist went, "You got FND." I was like, "What's that?" And they were like, "It's functional neurology disorder." I was like, "There's no need to be sarcastic, love."
Yeah.
The only thing that got me through it was a positive mindset.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
Yeah.
if I wasn't positive, I wouldn't be still here chatting to you guys.
That's true. You did well.
I
Very
lost my
proud of
speech
you.
and everything.
Mm.
Yeah.
I lose
Amazing.
when my FND goes, I lose my speech and everything, and it's hard for me to communicate with people. And
Yeah.
to tell them that I want something, it's very hard.
Yeah.
So to try and sign language, like all I knew to doctors was or jog on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I knew a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Sign
Same
Yeah.
here.
language.
Do you know what? I do need to learn how to do sign language. And
I know.
yeah.
I done up to stage 5 in school,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
I know man, lady, girl, boy, uh, toilets, that one.
Okay.
But you don't have to go like that anymore. You have to go like that.
Yeah.
I learned the
That,
alphabet.
that's biscuit. I don't know the alphabet off my head. I know cake, and then birthday cakes with the candles you blow it.
I actually
Um,
I actually got like I downloaded it, the alphabets.
I can do the
Um
alphabet
I
too.
think that's Q. That's Q or R. There's
I do
something.
K to get my pill. I'm like, get because like my pill Klonopin starts with the K, so I'll show my daughter when
yeah,
I need that. She
yeah,
knows. And I always, oh, well, I taught my own kids some of this stuff when they were little, like when
yeah,
they speak, like
yeah,
more, want more.
yeah.
I think that's more.
Oh,
I don't.
well, maybe it's because we have ours is American Sign Language. We are different and we are weird. So who knows why we have different
That's
signs,
true. Yeah, they have different ways of
but it's ASL, American Sign Language. And for us, it's more.
You might be right, actually. I don't know. I never really, I never in school. I hardly passed it because I kept copying the teachers. Because
I actually thought about going to school to be a speech language pathologist. And you know this is how ridiculous it was. I said, "Oh, I don't want to do that because I would have to get my master's to do that." And that's
yeah,
like way more schooling. I ended up
mm,
getting my master's anyways in special education. So I should have just went the route I really wanted to do with
yeah,
speech pathology.
see, you, some people are like myself. I can pass maths, but you give me English or any day, I can't pass. I fail.
No?
I'm
See,
I'm
you know what
really
I
good at
find You know what's really funny about me now is the fact that as a teacher, my pet peeves were grammatical errors in writing and speaking and not enunciating words. And here I'm getting paybacks with FND because I can't spell anymore. I can't write very well anymore. I'm like, oh boy, if my students could come back and see me now, they'd be like, oh, Miss Tom, look what you did. Look at you. I can't believe it. Look at you. You're still making so many errors. You marked my paper wrong on all these things, and now you're making all these errors. But it is what it is now. It's like whatever. I'm
yeah,
sorry, kids. Shout out, kids. I'm sorry for marking your papers wrong for that.
Yeah, no, it's random. Like,
Yeah,
how you can think 4 years ago you could do all that, but now if
right.
you get it in front of me, my brain just fries.
mm-hmm. That's true.
I'd be like, can't do it.
No.
I'd be
Yeah.
in panic.
Miro, you're on mute. Can you unmute yourself?
Um, so my caregiver is gonna be in here in how many minutes, Mom?
She said 40, so it's more like 30 now.
My caregiver is gonna be here in 30 minutes.
Okay.
So are they like personal care, if you don't mind me asking?
Huh?
Are they like personal care?
Basically, it's sort of like a family motto situation. It's like DCS, but for adults.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Because I had that for a little while, personal care, and I had to report someone.
Did you? But did they come to your home?
Yes, because they still treat you like a child.
So basically, she came to my house.
Mhm.
She basically filmed me in my own house. And I went, look, don't film me, please. It's my own house.
Well,
I
pays all the bills. Like, and she lives with us 24/7.
Oh, that's right then, yeah.
But your caregiver, Bex, came to your house like a couple hours a day? Like, how long?
Only till I got better. So I'm still not perfect now. But my physio can range like whatever I need, really.
Mhm.
Because I trust my physio more than the rest of them. And I
Yeah,
said
you
to
have a very good relationship with her, which is good. That's
She
what
come to
you
the
need.
house?
yeah, my physio
Oh, how
comes.
awesome. I wish I had that. I start again because I literally, for two reasons, every time, not that I need it for the walking or anything like that, but I have had multiple car accidents, so I do definitely have damage in my neck. And last year I had a scan for my lower back and I had a bunch of torn ligaments and tendons, and I know that's because of the way I walked, when we're really walking poorly. And what really upset me is that I go to a neurologist and he sends me to a pain management, and the pain management knows I can't do any kind of any kind of steroid shots. All they want to do is shove pills down my throat. It's like, hello, why can't you do physical therapy? Hello. So I switched. Even my PCP at the time wouldn't do it either. Just recently would. So I switched PCP, and the other problem is that even if I did have physical therapy, I couldn't get a ride to it because they don't come to the house and I'd have to physically go. And
My
that was
PCP means GP. Okay.
PCP is GP, primary care. We used to call it GP too, but I don't know why we switched to primary care physician. I think it's because primary care has a broad range now, from an internal medicine to a general practitioner to a family practitioner. So a PCP can be any of those. And that's why they just switched the name to, because it's a broader. Some people now go to, like, mine is internal medicine. That's their specialty. That's what they got their doctorate in. That's what
Yeah, but sometimes medicine don't really help. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not allowed to see a pain management people because they put it down to FND.
See, neurologists won't see me. They'll send me over to pain management. I can't do anything for you. Go see pain management and your psychiatrist.
You know.
So it's just, we all have we're all nothing but a bunch of ping pong balls being bounced all over the place.
Yeah, definitely.
Bouncy balls, ping pong balls, whatever it is. Tennis balls, bounce back and forth and back and forth and back.
Can I say something?
Sure.
So I had physical therapy, but my insurance stopped covering it.
Why?
And I don't know why they stopped covering it.
I thought your doctor has to keep ordering that.
Yeah, they do.
They tried to order it again, and then my insurance still wouldn't cover it.
Do you guys? I know it's a strange like question. I'm sorry for asking. Do you guys have, like? Why do you have insurance? Like, because in the UK we get it for nothing.
I know. We don't have free medical care. Now, Canada does. but I've heard good and bad things. So insurance, you do or you do have it or you don't have it. One year that we had a president, was not happy with that president, made us get insurance. If we didn't have insurance, they were going to take it out of our taxes when we filed taxes every year. That really upset me because we'd all got penalized for not carrying insurance. And if you worked with a job that didn't supply insurance, then you had to go pay for the government's insurance. So I'm
That's
like,
one of the reasons why the US is worse than the UK. Because we don't get free medical care.
well, I do
Yeah.
now, but I have like, so disability, when you file for disability,
Should just come over here, get treated over here, and then go back.
right? When you
No,
get
you know what?
disability, you get
There
insurance.
have been people doing that actually, where they go from one country to come here to be treated, then they go back.
B, move over. You got an extra room?
Don't worry.
If you want to come live with me, I'll got extra room.
Do you? I need to get
You
a
know
passport
what?
first. That's what B and I were talking about before you all got on. I don't even have a passport yet.
Yeah.
You get a passport, love.
I've never
Yeah.
had a passport.
You know what? If I was president, I would find a way to make it to where we had free medical care. Huh?
Now, see, the only thing about that is that I heard when it comes to free medical care, the Canadians that literally leave Canada to come to US to get medical care because their
Okay.
free medical care makes them be on such a long waiting list that people literally die waiting to get into the doctor.
That's why we have also private insurance, health as well, where we don't have to be in the long waiting list.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
Canada doesn't have that. They have, it's strictly just the free health care.
Yeah,
And their list is
you
like
got two
forever.
choices. You got two choices. Either go to your NHS and do the waiting list, or you can
Or
pay
private.
insurance if it is a new symptoms. It's a pre-existing condition, they won't help you.
We had that issue for a long time too. But then they made the law where they can't do pre-existing nonsense because if you lost a job, let's say they cut back or you lost your job or you had to move or something happened and need to take on another one, that insurance wouldn't pick you up. Oh, we'll cover you as long as it's not that pre-existing issue. And that became a problem because then people become sicker or something would spiral downhill, kind of like a snowball effect if you weren't taking care of that particular thing. So they did away with that.
See,
And
I think that's why people's moving to the UK because we have got better insurance and better treatment. We're quite lucky.
for FND, you guys have in the whole United Kingdom is probably the best on the planet, I think, for FND, for sure. Hands down.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Hands down, I would
That's
say that.
exactly my point.
yeah, but they're good. Like they don't do
United States, if you need something and you have
tests.
SMD, you get left hanging.
Yeah, but they don't do the tests that you guys get tested for. On the NHS, we don't have FMRI.
Oh,
We
the
don't
functional.
have we don't have that. So you have to pay for that.
Well, we
privately.
didn't have it either. I mean, we do, but like when I first was getting diagnosed or seeing someone for this at the Cleveland Clinic, he ordered an fMRI. Insurance denied it and said, no, that's research and study based. You're doing this for experiment. No, we're not paying for it. So I got denied it and I couldn't pay for that out of my pocket. So I didn't do it.
Exactly. It's
But
like
come to find out
certain tests we haven't been tested on. It's just they look at your MRI and a CT scan and they can't see something, but they know the symptoms are there, and that's how they diagnose you. It was FND.
That's the same thing. But Dr. Perez, who's through FND Hope, who I'm pretty sure has been trained by Dr. Stone.
Yeah.
And the other one over there, I can't remember his name.
Professor Edwards.
Yes. Dr. Perez here in the US is the one that conducted the study with the fMRI and the people with no FND, mild FND, and severe FND. And when people, my dog just knocked a stick over, and sorry, the noise. And when you say mild and severe, how did they classify that? To me, I would say I have severe because I'm pretty much have every single symptom that FND can give you.
I would say I'm severe too because I have like 25 symptoms.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, how, if you don't have the seizures, I mean, what's severe and what's not severe? But regardless, they weren't identified exactly as to what severe and mild was. But in the study, the report of the study stated that the fMRI definitely showed differences in the brain and the activity of the brain for each group of people. And they found the spots of the brain that were responsible for it. So that's a good thing.
That would be great to be tested on. That's what I would love to be.
Wouldn't it? I would love it too. But there's also been a study that they find the spiritual part of the brain light up with an fMRI. Like if you go in and there was a study, however they conducted it, my guess is how they conducted it is when you go in, it's just like having an MRI scan. Just like you go into the machine and then
can you repeat the thing about the FND fMRI for my mom?
Oh, just a second. So the spiritual part is the same thing. Like you go in the scan and they would either play some sort of whatever you would when you were in the study, whatever your spiritual connection was, if you're Christian, Buddhist, Muslim, whatever it was, or nature, they would play music, scripture, whatever it is that pertain to it while you're in the machine, and they would every single person's same spot. So they see the same spot flaring up and lighting up. So basically going back, Muriel's mom, Cheryl, I always say Muriel's mom, Cheryl, what I was saying, Dr. Perez in Mass Gen actually did a study with a group of people, three different groups, people with not FND, some with mild FND, and some with severe FND. And I don't know how he deciphered the mild versus the severe, but he did a functional MRI and there was a distinct light up there. They distinctly found the parts of the brain that are responsible for functional neurological disorder. A functioning MRI actually shows movement, action, blood flow, activity in the brain. I was asked, my doctor, when I first got my FND, my doctor ordered an fMRI, but insurance denied it. And that was 5 years ago. And the recent study was put out, I think was posted last year, about a year ago. But he definitely was able to see a difference in each group's fMRI. And they were pretty much correlated. Like if you had severe FND, you pretty much had very similar looking pattern on the brain in these areas. If I can find that article again and find his research again, I can post it in, or maybe I've already posted in the group, but there's definitely an area in the areas in the brain that are responsible for this.
Yeah,
wow, interesting.
One of those areas I heard about is the posterior cingulate.
I need to go get this laundry. Move, Rudy.
I'm starting to feel very, very tired and nauseous. So I'm I know that I'm gonna get started flaring up and I don't want to get a flare up. Part of it's me being tired, probably overstimulated. The
Yeah,
most
and
I've talked in
it's 5
days.
o'clock over here as well.
So I am gonna have to I'm gonna have to go because I feel yuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to take out anti-sickness.
Yeah.
I did post a video called Functional Neurological Disorder, and it talks about the parts of the brain affected by FND if you want to go look at it.
Yeah. The speech is going now. Okay. That's fine. Right. Well, let's just say good night and good morning to
Oh yeah.
everybody. And
Like,
us, yeah. You gotta get up at 7. I need to get up later on in the morning. Right now it's 5 a.m. in England. So yeah.
yeah,
Right. I need to get some sleep 'cause my eyes are drooping right now. So
And
yeah.
you get sleep and then I'll get up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
I need to get up because I got to do some art.
Wandering away. Okay.
Oh wow, okay, midnight. So yeah, we have 5 hours difference. Yeah. So yeah.
but I have
Is there
droop
is there activities today
Oh, is it?
in at 5?
no one signed up yet.
Okay.
Wait, signed up for what?
Therapeutic activity, teach how to do
Oh, you're getting really bad right now. I can tell.
Okay, we'll stop now. It's fine. Maybe I will come on if I have time. I'll try to come on and do some bit of art if somebody wants to do something with art.
Oh, I love drawing.
Yeah, I know you do. You like the Lilo and Stitch, so yeah. So we might do that. Okay. I'll try to do something if no one has done nothing, or I'll bring somebody else to do something.
April.
for the group.
April, I
April?
hope you get to feeling better.
Yeah. All right. So good night and good morning to everybody. Okay. All right.
Good night, guys. Also, remember to check out my YouTube channel called The Brave Muriel.